your day. Girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day. Girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so.
Hi, I'm Brendan with the Cyber Defense Initiative, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. You may recognize that man if you go to any of the Cows games. That's all I'm going to say about that. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 6th, and I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Let me talk about what's happening on the show today, give you an idea of that. We've got our morning roundup with Bob Miller from WFMD's Morning News Express. Then I'm going to go over a highlight of some of our events happening in Frederick. You're going to want to know about them because so many things are happening. And already, I know it's terrible because I'm already starting to talk about what's coming in June and July. And we're kind of moving our way already through spring and into summer. And then I have a really fun interview with City of Frederick Chief of Police Jason Lando and Chief for the Day, Officer Irvin Solano. Really fascinating young man and out protecting the city of Frederick, which I love. Saying good morning to Mama Cone and also to Tara Flannery. Thank you so much for checking in. I love when you guys leave comments and let me know that you're here. And if you have anything you want me to chat about, leave it in a comment and I will try to get it on. This month's nonprofit is Big Tree Memorial Fund. If you did not see the interview I had with Laura and Ashley, please go watch it. It is phenomenal. And what they are doing is excellent. So we are donating 100% of our proceeds from all Good Morning Frederick merchandise donated to Big Tree Memorial Fund so that they can help others. You can head to 401 North Market Street in downtown Frederick, Wednesdays to Sundays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., or order online and you can either have it shipped or pick it up at the shop and then you're good to go. Promocircus.com/shop. If you have any troubles with any of that, please let me know and we'll get you taken care of because we do want Big Tree Memorial Fund to get a nice little check at the end of the month. You can also just come into the shop with like $5 and get like a sticker and a chapstick or something like that. And that money goes direct as well. So it doesn't have to be a big spend for you to have an impact, which I love. I love that as well. All right, let's go ahead and roll Tuesday right along. Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard of Frederick. Open daily noon to 9. You can also pick up a hot pretzel or iced coffee. If you can't get to Rita's, they can come to you. You can order on Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. And, of course, they have those cola twists now. I think it's amazing. All right. There's no reason not to have Rita's. 538 West South Street in Frederick. All right. Let's go ahead and find out what's been happening in Frederick with news and weather and some sports, I guess, with Bob from WFMD. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Good morning.
I had to take. Can you hear me? I had to take a picture of my sports because it's on a different computer. So
you really every day. Well, you're figuring the setup out. I like it.
Right? Yeah. And I got to find my glasses. It's just Chris will be back tomorrow. I don't even know if I'll be in studio tomorrow, but we'll see. But I'm here today, Danny. Isn't it a wonderful, beautiful day? We had some ear splitting Loudon boomers yesterday, and all the rain has been it's incredible. I'm an old farm boy, so I never complain about rain.
Yes,
but I know a lot of people are because they have all their weekend. People work hard, they want their weekend, and if it's raining, then it kind of ruins their weekend. But the grass needs to grow, the corn needs to grow, and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I'm worried. I just put some plants out in my little garden bed, and I was worried that they got too much to drink, but we'll see.
Well, what are you putting plants out so early for?
Well, there was some that ChatGPT told me go in ground before the last frost. So I had some seeds that I was supposed to put out, which I did. Other plants, no, I haven't put. They're still upstairs in my quasi greenhouse, extra bedroom. So
quasi greenhouse, What kind of plants are you growing? I'll tell you a story. So my dad rented a farm over in New Midway, and the guy who owned the farm said, "Hey, I need you to evict somebody." And so we did. We went in there. I forget the guy's name, but he had like a stack of concert tickets like that tall. He had a letter from Beverly Byron applauding his efforts for the reformation of marijuana laws. Now, this is back in like the late 70s, early 80s. And then we're cleaning it out, and I'm like, I got a closet. And I'm like, this doesn't look like a closet. And come to find out, it was a fake closet, and behind it was a grow room full of marijuana.
I love it. Look at that.
So, we didn't wait for it to all dry out. We just got rid of them. So we got rid of it.
Yeah. That's right.
And I bought stock in Doritos.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, so
that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, we looked, we were looking at houses for my mom, and we went into one, and there were a bunch of fluorescent lights somewhere, and they were set up in a weird way. There were no plants left, but I thought, interesting. Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's a completely different world we live in today. It is. I mean, what's going on? What's happening in Frederick today? Oh, that's my job, isn't it? No, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what, you can tell that we are now into event season with the nicer weather. Mm-hmm. We had the wedding walk this weekend downtown, and, obviously been out busy doing lots of events. I'm excited to be doing a couple of events with Good Morning Frederick, where I'll have my brand new tent out. So that's going to be fun coming up this month. And then, of course, I'm already rolling people right into Party in the Park for 4th of July with WFMD and WFRE. And we're already starting to talk about stuff happening in August. So I just want to make sure people keep their calendars open.
Well, of course, obviously what we have coming up in the next week or two, it's probably 2 weeks actually, is the movie night with you and Chris.
I'm excited. A week from tomorrow, the 14th of May. And I got the middle theater. So it's 104 seats. I would love to pack the house with people. $20 gets you a ticket plus popcorn and a drink with free refills. And we're going to have a fun happy hour from 5 to 7. And I'm going to buy everybody's first drink who's there between 5 and 6 o'clock. So come early, and whether alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverage, I will pick that up for you. So
Well,
Yeah.
good. I'll be there. I got tickets. I got tickets. I got 2
I
tickets.
know. You were the first one.
I'm gonna heckle Chris.
I can't wait
I'll be
to
like,
get his review
you
of
know,
the Never-Ending Story.
have you ever seen The Big Bang Theory where Sheldon's got to pick out the perfect acoustical seat?
Oh yeah,
That's
where
what
he's gonna sit in the theater.
That's what I'm gonna do. Ha ha. I'll be that guy. Yeah.
One of the things I love about warehouse cinemas is there really is not a bad seat in the house. They're nice wide aisles, so you're not scooching through if you do have to go out and get that free refill. So it's all good.
I saw it. I'm moving now in my mind. I'm old because we're moving, and we've moved in, and now we're packing and unpacking.
Yes.
And did you like the dresses?
Oh, excellent dresses. Thank you very much. Actually, I got those to Bev Schaefer, who is doing the adaptive prom actually this Saturday, just in case anyone needs something to wear. But then Scott Key Center is doing a prom at the end of June. So they will be put to great use.
Yes. So it was left over by my niece who, spares no expense when she bought her outfits. So they're all beautiful dresses. And
they are.
I don't need them. But,
Yeah.
Going through the house, because we moved into my mom's old house. My sister and my mother were there and they picked out all the stuff that they wanted. Now, my mom, of course, is like, what about this? What about that? And we're like, look, Mom, if you haven't looked at it in 2 years, you don't need to look at it again. If there's something you really want. And I found stuff that she'd left behind, but it's hard. It's got to be hard for somebody who's, she's like, I've lived here for 56 years of my life.
Yeah.
And, going through and going, yeah, I want this and I don't want that. But everything that they left behind is what we have to deal with. So it is, I love your dishes, Mom, but we have our own and your pots and pans and, so on and so forth. So it's just been, we actually yesterday just was able to unpack some of our own boxes.
Yeah.
And It's just been.
And are you guys having a huge yard sale for all of that? Or is it,
well,
what are you doing with that stuff?
So it depends on what it is. I donated it. I donate some stuff. I might yard sale some. I might eBay some. I got some, some old Pyrex stuff that usually goes for eBay.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just like, that's 6 months down the road. I just got to get stuff out.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. And this is farm talk. A herd book that my dad's herdsman, Augie Velasek, had in 1975. I don't know why we need to know that, cow number 114 was bred to Fobblehead or whatever it was. I mean, it's just, but the interesting thing was that I know his son is in Western Maryland and he is also a cattle farmer. So I sent him a picture of it and he, it was nostalgic because it was his dad. And actually he was my first friend because where we lived, there was no kids, there was no neighborhood, so they were my only friends that we had. So we've been friends ever since then. We're both in our 60s. So, but
want the book?
What's that?
Does he want the book?
Yeah, he said he would. I'm going to send it to him anyway.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to send it to him, and I got some, and I've showed cattle. I have trophies everywhere, and I'm like, I don't need a pewter cup. I really don't. Yeah. I mean, so I sent somebody a message. I'm like, do you guys want these? Because you can reuse them. They say champion steer on it, but it doesn't say a year. So why not? But I don't know. I just it's hard going through your stuff, and then I'm like, Mike's daughter, our boss here at the radio station, she's a horse person. So my mom was a horse person. So I've given her a whole bunch of horse books and other horse memorabilia and stuff like that, hoping she likes it. She had an art friend. I gave her art friend. I'm like, look, here's some art books. If you want to give them to your students, fine. If not, throw them away. I can't. I donated a what do you call it? A grocery cart full of books to Weiss Market in Thurmont, which is doing a yard sale for St. Jude's.
Oh, nice.
So I took some of that up there. So, I mean, if I can't use it or don't want it, my dad's 1954 Purdue University yearbook. Do you want it? I certainly don't. I don't even know if my dad's in it, but I did find his, like the stuff that I want to keep. I found his high school transcripts. He always told me he was smart. Guess what? He was. So, that kind of. Now, when he got to college, it was a little bit different story, but so that's the kind of stuff that I have, and I don't know what to do with it, but
I know
we're going through most of it. And then the stuff that we kind of go, okay, we don't want, I've thrown a bunch of stuff away, stuff that I put it to a side and we'll go through it later. But right now I just want to get some of my furniture. I'd like to get my bed in. But there's a bedroom suite. What do you call that? That is in the bedroom, master bedroom, but it's too small of a bed. So I got to try to sell it. But if I can't sell it, then I just got to take it apart and set it aside so we can use it. So
do you have a building, like a storage, or a garage to store stuff, to move things around?
Well, we have a garage, but all my stuff's in it. So it's like I got to get rid of stuff so I can move stuff. And then then
Tetris. Yeah.
Right. And then Linda's like, I really like to have my whatever. And I'm like, honey, it's in a box somewhere. I don't know where, like the toaster. She's like, I want to make some avocado toast. And I'm like, honey, I have no idea where that is. It's in one of the 75 boxes downstairs. I can't crawl over every one of them to see it labeled. So, that's what, and people who have moved understand that. But we moved into a place that has a lot of stuff, but they took the toaster.
Yeah. You're not moving into an empty slate, and that's tough. It would have been very nice, I think, to at least have had some help getting some of that out, or at least even into the garage or something, so you could have just moved straight into the house. But.
Well, that would have been the ultimate. I mean, when you pay thousands of dollars to have somebody move you, and you're like, yeah, you just got to put it in a garage, and then I'm 1 or 2 boxes at a time. Trying to move it, and then I'm like, okay, then there's trash, and then there's enough of my worrisome stuff. Let's talk about what's going on in the news this morning. Frederick County Police, or I should Frederick Police, arrested. This is something I hate having this kind of stuff in Frederick County. Arrested Nizir Sampson in connection with a double shooting last week. Frederick was of Frederick. Apprehended in Hagerstown on Monday by Frederick police detectives and members of the U.S. Marshal. He was charged with attempted first-degree murder, first-degree assault, second-degree assault, and 2 counts of reckless endangerment. So that's just one of the stories that we were working on. Also, the Representative April McLean Delaney introduces a bill to help the deaf and blind community, which is a very large community in Frederick County. Of course, we have the deaf school, and so that's a very large part of our community. And it's the first bill she introduced since being elected into Congress. She says that 15 other House members have put forward legislation requiring the U.S. Census Bureau to record the number of citizens who are both deaf and blind. Currently, when it does its annual American Community Survey, the Bureau only counts 1 disability and not if the person has more than one, which I don't understand why that would be, but that is the case. So we'll see if that bill passes. So, and how much rain have we had? We've had a lot. Yeah. I mentioned this the other day. I think you and I were talking about it.
Yeah.
That we were 10 inches below. I don't know where we are now, but obviously with all the rain that we've had, it is we can't be that low anymore. So
no, I know. I was just thinking about that, how we just talked about it, and then this weekend, boy, it was such a weird weekend. Like, it would be sunny, and then this deluge would come down, and then it would be sunny again, and then last night those thunderstorms were they were loud.
Yes. We call them from the German area, the ear-splitting Loudon boomers.
I like it.
Sports, Justin Tucker. If you're a Justin Tucker fan, you had him staying with the Ravens this season, you lost. The Ravens have cut the longtime Pro Bowl kicker after allegations from 12 different masseuses have said that he has had some hanky-panky when getting his massages. So we'll wait and see. And the team was like They were sticking by him. He was working out, and then they finally just said, you know what? Enough's enough. We're not going to deal with it anymore. It's just something. And you kind of think about going back to last season if you're a Ravens fan, and I know that you're a Commanders fan, but he was having problems kicking the ball through the uprights. And I think that this maybe was getting to him a little bit. You know, he maybe had a bad conscience, or he knew this was coming down the pike. So we'll have to wait and see. The game between the Guardians and the Washington Nationals yesterday got rained out. They'll be part of a doubleheader today, a traditional doubleheader. First game at 3:35. Caps and the Canes meet for game 1 of round 2 of the NHL playoffs. Puck drops at 7 o'clock. And congratulations going out to Frederick County lacrosse teams, boys. Let's see, I got to look at it here. Walkersville, Linganore, and Urbana both earned top seeds, and Urbana and Oakdale earned top seeds for the ladies in lacrosse playoffs. So it looks good for them. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you. We know you got a lot going on right now, and I appreciate you sitting in this morning. And as soon as I know you get everything set up, we'll get back to our normal. But for now, it was nice to have you in.
I'm going to try to set it up today because Chris is going to be back tomorrow. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Can't really cross my fingers. Can you? I can't really.
Yeah. I can't.
Okay. I can't. Oh, there you go. Oh, well. Things we can't do and the things we can do.
That's right. All right. Have an awesome day. We'll see you.
Thank you, Danny.
Later.
You too. Bye-bye.
Oh, poor Bob. Moving is terrible no matter how or when you do it, I gotta tell you. But he's moving into his former home, and his sister, I think, was living there or something. And so, yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back with what's happening in Frederick. And we're going to highlight some of the events we want you to know about. Then you're going to hear from, it's a really fun interview with the City of Frederick Chief of Police, Jason Lando, and Officer Irvin Solano, who happened to be Chief of the Day, or Chief for the day, I guess, when I did that. So we're going to chat with them right after these messages.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining flattery beyond compare.
And Warehouse Cinemas. Well, if you're looking for a place to make a splash, you can do that at Warehouse Cinemas on screen. Also, don't forget, you can join me if your company wants a booth space, either at the pop-up is at 401 North Market Street in downtown Frederick, every Saturday and Sunday, and including some holiday Mondays as well. If you want space downtown or at our events like movie nights and Party in the Park for 4th of July, I've got the 411 for you on that as well. But the information is right there on screen. You can reach out to advertising at warehousecinemas.com. It's been confirmed. I am still on the big screen at Warehouse Cinemas. So hopefully we see that next week as well. I want to thank them for doing that. All right, let's find out what is happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is fantastic. The one in Gaithersburg actually serves alcohol as well. They have an alcohol license, and they have an amazing bar that you can go put all your favorite toppings on. And Taquito has the same great quality food for the affordable price and a drive-through or a walk-up window. Now, you can order from all of them using a third-party app like Uber Eats, I believe Grubhub as well, or DoorDash. So you can check that out so you can enjoy. Go to tacobar1.com or taquitobytacobar.com to find out more information. All right. Tomorrow, it is the exclusive screening of PTSD 911. That is at Common Ground at Paradise Stables in Mount Airy. It starts at 7 o'clock. Find them on social media and reach out. No matter the weather, they'll be indoor, and you'll be able to be the first to see this screening of this documentary from Conrad Weaver. Thursday, it is the very first Alive at 5. Yes, our summer season really kicks off with the first Alive at 5 this Thursday, May 8th. It is the 19th Street Band. And I think they said Americana. I don't know. Their descriptions sometimes I don't think really do incorporate what the bands are like. So just come out and have fun because it's more about the people than it is about the music, or as much so. $6 to get in. You do have to be 21 and up to come in. You buy your tokens, just $6 each. Each token gets you either a beer, some wine, or one of the mixed cocktails. May 10th, which is Saturday, it is the pop-up vendor event at 401 North Market Street. At noon, then, there's the Maryland Craft Beer Festival, which is on Carroll Creek's Linear Park. And 3 o'clock, it's Battle of the Bands at the Frederick Fairgrounds, and they are inside. And then at 6 p.m., it is the Adaptive Prom at the Rock Creek Rec Center for people 16 and above. May 11th, this Sunday, is Mother's Day. Stop by the Home of Everything Frederick for the pop-up vendor event, or come inside and get Mom a great gift from a local artisan. That is what the Home of Everything Frederick is about. We give local artisans space so that they can sell their stuff. We've got soaps and candles and t-shirts and postcards and greeting cards and keychains and jewelry, all kinds of great stuff. We have these great American flag wooden signs, which are awesome, locally made. So come on in and check it out. And of course, you can pick up maybe some Good Morning Frederick stickers or magnets and help Big Tree Memorial Fund at the same time. Also, Moms Climb free at Tree Trekkers this Sunday. Just go to treetrekkersmd.com for details. All right. And then a week from this Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, May 14th, it is movie night at Warehouse Cinemas. We have 104 seats. We would love to fill the theater because every ticket 100% goes to Christmas Cash for Kids. And this is the 50th year for Christmas Cash for Kids. We want to make it a big one. And we want to hear what Chris has to say about the never-ending story. Now, we also are having a networking event. So if you previously have attended Cocktails and Conversations at the Home of Everything Frederick, we have recently moved that to the second Wednesday of every month because of the first Saturdays and all of that. It was getting to be a bit much. So it is now the second Wednesday of every month. This was the first month we moved it. And now we're actually moving locations as well. So we probably have you totally confused and you're like, what the heck? So to bribe you to come to Warehouse Cinemas, you got to get in before 6 o'clock. I'll get your first drink. Okay. First drink is on me. May 15th, it is Wags for Hope's fundraiser at Texas Roadhouse. May 16th is the Thurmont Art and Wine Stroll. That sounds like a really fun event. I have never even been to it or heard of it. And go to relayforlife.org to find more information about participating in Frederick County's Relay for Life, which kicks off at 7 p.m. at FCC. On the 17th, it is Walkersville Days, and from noon to 3, Our Dream Pursuits unveils their concession trailer at PNC Bank. And 7 to midnight, it is Kicking Up a Cure at the Moose Lodge. That's where I'll be on May 17th. You can get your tickets. Go to WFRE.com for details on that. 1 to 5 on the 17th and the 18th, Saturday and Sunday. Grab your tickets at celebratefrederick.com for Beyond the Garden Gates tour. If you want to see some beautiful gardens in and around Frederick, you're going to want to go to that. On May 18th, though, I want you to come see me at Keys Stadium for the Kids Expo. I'll be broadcasting live for WFRE from noon to 2. And I will also be on site for Good Morning Frederick. And I'll have a bunch of goodies to give away and have some opportunities for you to get some great stuff. So come on out, May 18th, Sunday, noon to 4 is the Kids Expo. I'll be out there from noon to 2. Then May 22nd is the ASICS Blue Jean Mile, and that is for mental health awareness. You're going to want to go to Charm City Run in Frederick for details on registering for that. That is at Prospect Point Brewery at 6 p.m. And May 24th, it is Climbing for a Cause at Tree Trekkers. That benefits Girls on the Run. And that is going to be a great event as well. If you're going to climb, you might as well do it on a day where some of the money goes back to something worthy and a good cause, which the Girls on the Run program is for sure. Here are some of the events leading into May. We're going to be giving you more details as we get closer. The Field of Honor is the Memorial Weekend, the 25th and 26th. On May 29th, it's the 4th annual Senior Resource and Education Fair. May 31st, I'd love for you to join me at the Run Like a Warrior. It is a fun run walk. It is at Hood. It is about 1.5 miles, maybe. It's just going to be a stroll through the campus. We're going to walk out the route, but it's going to be very simple, kicking off near the athletic center there and Woodsboro Bank Arena and going around the campus. Easy peasy, but for a great cause. There's also awards for the most green and the most Frederick flair. So there you go. See, I'm wearing my Frederick. This is Kiss Me, I'm from Frederick t-shirt. It's green and Frederick. I don't know. Maybe I would qualify for both there. June 2nd to 8th, we'll have details soon. We're getting sponsors signed up for our Father's Day scavenger hunt, and we'll get you more details about that as well. June 6th, there's a happy hour at Benstown, really for any graduate from the 80s from Frederick County. TJ High School happens to be having our 40th anniversary. 40 years. 40th reunion. Well, it is, I guess, the anniversary of us graduating. And we did literally graduate on June 6th. So it's going to be a fun evening. Come on out and maybe you'll see some old friends you haven't seen for a while. June 7th is Tour de Frederick. You can register for that now. June 13th is Key City Rotary's Low Key Festival. It is at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. Live music with Acute Triangle, which is a great band playing all your favorites. There'll be food trucks. It's Grilled Cheese Please and MR Cheesecakes will be on site. We've got Rockwell beer for purchase. Working on a wine right now. And it's an all ages family friendly event. Just $5 to come on in and have a good time. June 15th is Superhero Sunday for Dad. Dad's Climb Free on Father's Day. And June 16th to July 11th, Good Morning Frederick launches The Secret Stash. We're going to be hiding some fun stuff around Frederick for you to find. All right. And this is, I'm already, look, already saved for later. I'm already into September. How crazy is that? Oh, gosh. I don't want to wish the summer away, of course. but there's so many events going on in and around Frederick all the time that it is very, very hard to keep up sometimes. And it's certainly impossible to attend everything. I do my best, but it is very tough to do that. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're back with our own chief of police, Jason Lando, and I meet Officer Irvin Solano. Solano, yes, I want to make sure I get that right. But he was chief for the day when I met him, and got to chat with him about becoming a police officer. It's a very cool interview. Stick around for that. That comes up right after this. Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
Experience an unforgettable vacation at the Salty Seahorse on the 4x4 beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Enjoy the pool, relax in the hot tub, fish, and kayak right off the private dock. The Salty Seahorse will be your forever vacation home. Go to thesaltyseahorse2201.com.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. Pulling for Veterans is a nonprofit that educates the public on PTSD. You can rent one of the trailers starting at just $1 per hour. The trailer is filled with information about PTSD and how to help. Plus, each trailer honors a vet and acts as a rolling memorial. More details at pullingforveterans.org.
Ah, yes. And A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they are right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, and they can also put on new windows and fix up your gutters like they did at my house. They put those little grates on top of it, that metal grate, so that none of the sticks or debris gets in there, but the water flows right through. And right now, if we had had our old gutters, it would have been a mess. You can give them a call, 301-703-2157, or email info@ansconstruction.net. Find out. Give her a call, because you're going to get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs, if you just let Sandra know that Danny sent you. All right. I'm going to call this segment, well, I was struggling whether it was People of Frederick or Doing Good in the Neighborhood, but I really feel like it's Doing Good in the Neighborhood. So let's find out. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by the Maryland Lottery, with tons of ways to win. Hot scratch-offs like big money, where a $5 ticket can net you $50,000, or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. Plus, you can download the app and scan your tickets to see if you're a winner. It's so easy. You must be 18 or older to play, and we ask you please play responsibly. Plus, they got those new tickets Gail was showing us this week. Fire and Ice. Fire is one, and Ice is another. Not like our first Saturday in February. And they have, what is the one with the whammies? The game show. Well, they have Let's Make a Deal. Ugh, I can't remember the name of that one. But anyway, they've got a bunch of game show ones as well as the Back to the Future one. All right. Good morning to Michelle Payton. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I like this. The Tech Boy Tech News and Review. What is this? Well, Tech Boy Tech News and Review. This is a show all about Frederick. And we interview great people and talk about all the events happening in Frederick, Maryland. So if you're techie, you would have been able to figure that out, I think. But there you go. All right. Let's let's get to our next interview. I had a great time sitting down with Chief of Police Jason Lando, and he happened to have his chief of the day or for the day as well. And we got to sit down at the home of everything Frederick. Here it is.
We're at the home of everything Frederick, which is 401 North Market Street in downtown. I'm with Police Chief Jason Lando and Officer Irvin Solano.
Yes.
Yes.
But today
he is Chief for the day.
Solano, yeah.
Chief Solano for the day. I do love this Chief of the Day program that you started. I think it's so important, first of all, for you. You get a relationship with your officers for an entire day. They get to see what you do.
Yep.
And maybe learn a little, hopefully, and we're gonna talk with Officer Solano about that. But one of the best bosses I ever had in my entire working career trained me for their job. They weren't worried that I was going to take their job. They actually wanted me to learn. Is that kind of the concept of this, or is it really just relationships?
It's all of it.
Yeah.
It's all of it, really. I mean, I think, I think everyone knows I came from a different city. And so.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So go Steelers.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. But so a big part of it is, where I came from, like I had 21 years of working with the same people, and they knew me, I knew them in and out. And then you come to a brand new place, and I know people are like, who's this guy and what's he about? And so I thought, like, this would be a good idea for me to get to know officers and professional staff one-on-one, but also for the officers and our staff, when you're wondering, like, what's this policy about, or why did the chief do this, or why isn't his car in the garage today? Where is he?
Yeah.
They get a kind of a peek behind the curtain to see like a day in the life of.
Yeah.
And then, when I get an opportunity, sometimes I'll hop in with supervisors or officers and go out for a ride along, so I get to see what their day is like. So it's just, I think those personal relationships make for a healthier organization.
Yeah, I think it's great because, again, they can come to you if their issue, when you have that relationship, makes it so much easier. For you, what did you sign up right away for this?
So I signed up after one of my friends did it, and he loved it and told me I needed to.
Okay?
Yeah, so yeah.
Very good.
Well, and it's funny. We had a bet. So Jen Chin is our office manager. And when I initially thought of the idea, I said, okay, what do you think? Like, good idea or bad idea? And she's a very, very sweet lady. And she's like, I don't want to like be rude, but like no one wants to spend a day with you, right? And I go, nobody? And so we had a little bet. We put it out to the department, and we had about 6 people sign up originally.
Out of how many staff?
210. So 6 people signed up, but I think she thought one person would do it. Yeah. So I felt positive about 6.
You got better than that.
But so right now we've had 15 people do it so far, and I have a list of about 15 more in waiting. But just like Solano said, every time someone does it, they leave the experience, and hopefully you will today, and they're like, you're not as terrible as I thought you'd be. Yeah. And then they go and tell someone.
Of course.
And then someone else will email and say, hey, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an organic.
I pulled the short straw this week. I'm going to do it. No, that's I think you want to make sure it's good on both ends. I said to you when you came in, you could literally be my child. So you're a young man, mid-20s, which is awesome. You've always wanted to be a police officer. You came out right at 21.
Yes.
Out of the gate and just said, let me do it. That's not average, is it? Or is it for young people entering?
I mean, everyone gets into the profession for a different reason. Okay. We've had some people that have said, hey, I tried this. It wasn't my thing. I tried that. I understand where he's coming from, because I knew when I was like 8 years old, I wanted to be a police officer, just my entire life. So everyone gets into it for a different reason, but it's pretty cool because when you bring all those people together, it makes the department, it makes us gel better. And
interesting, diverse,
different perspectives.
But everybody is there for the same reason by the time at whatever point that they get to that. And not that you're old, but the timing of when you entered the police force and the timing of when he entered the police force, different, yeah?
So not to harbor on our age difference, but I will tell you that I found out earlier his age. And I was in the police academy. Well, he was in the
The hospital?
the hospital being born. Yes. And the funny thing is, like, I come to work and I see myself as like still being like young and hip.
I do the same thing.
Right. And then I once had an officer tell me, like, they were on their way out and I go, what are you doing this weekend? And they're like, oh, it's my dad's 45th birthday. We're having a party. And I'm like, I'm 47. Like, it's your dad's 45th birthday. So I'm definitely not cool anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
This happens when I go to my son, visit him at UMD, with all the fraternity boys. I'm like, I'm the cool mom. And he's like, you're still the mom. Yep. I got it. But the timing of when you entered the force, our country was in kind of a different place. And so how were you motivated to kind of, I would say, go against the grain for your age? How was that? Like, amongst your friend group and things like that, was it tough, or you just said, I'm doing the right thing for why I'm doing it?
I think it was definitely an interesting time when I came on the police force. I think the advantage that I have coming in as a younger person is you hear things about maybe how policing used to be or how things were. And I came on where it was just, it is what it is. And this is the new type of policing that I'm used to. So I can't speak to how things used to be, but now I think that policing is great. It's still a great profession. And I've always had that internal motivation that, despite some of the negative things you may see out there, it is still a noble profession.
100%.
And, we really love our community and support our community. Yeah. And that's what we love to do every day, is just be out there for the public.
And that's awesome. What a great attitude, seriously. And I think it's great. Are you from this area?
So I'm from New York City originally.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
We had to import him from New York City.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're a popular department. You know what I'm saying?
We are popular. We're bringing everybody south, I see. It's all good. It's all good. So you up and moved to come down here?
Yes.
Okay, that's really interesting. So do you have any family in this area?
Yeah, so I have family in the area, so that's kind of how I figured out about the area.
Okay. So. And you came after Chief Lando was here, or before?
Probably around the same time.
Yeah, right around. Sure. You've been on 4 years, right?
Around there, yeah.
And so I'm a little over 4 years. So I think he was in the academy when I got here.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the progression? So you say, I want to be a police officer. You have to find an academy to be a part of. Is that how it works?
So if it's something you're interested in, the first thing you do is sort of like an initial application, just sending in your info to various agencies. And then usually they'll get you set up with like testing dates, written tests, physical tests. If you pass all that, then you enter into the background investigation stage, and they look at everything, make sure you're a good fit. And then if you pass that, you might have an interview phase or something like that. And then you go into the academy, and then you go into field training, and then you go into your probation period. So it's a lot, but it's worth it.
And you're committed by the end, right?
Exactly.
You've done a lot
you
to
have
get
to be.
there.
Yeah, you have to be.
You've earned it.
It's a very rigorous process.
Yeah.
And that's intentional. And we want people that are extremely ethical. I mean, you got to be in good physical shape. And so there's a lot of, as he said, there's a lot of steps along the way.
Yeah.
But, I think we do things the right way, because when you look at the outcomes, we're putting phenomenal officers out on the street, and they do such great work every day. And not every department does that. I mean, some department, based on their standards and their hiring processes, you see, like, you turn on the national news and you see some of those departments that have significant issues. We don't have those issues here. Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah.
We love that. We love that you guys are a part of our community, that you are committed to Frederick no matter what anyone says. And even though you still wear the black and gold, it's all good. It's all good. What is your hope over the net? Well, you guys are moving into a new facility soon.
Yep.
How is that all going?
Very, very exciting. As a matter of fact, we're on the run all day today, but we stopped by the headquarters, and the construction foreman was out front. And I asked him if at some point in the day we can come over so he can take a walk through. We're going to try to do a quick walkthrough this afternoon.
Fun.
The building is, I'm going to say 85 to 90% done.
Nice.
And so we estimate that we should be in and operational by July 1st.
Wow.
Yeah. So it took a long time to come about,
I know. And then all of a sudden it's
right.
like, wow.
But I've had the chance to walk through it every few weeks, and it's just amazing to see the progress. Right now we're in about 25,000 square feet of space, and we are just smushed in there.
Yeah.
The new building is 67,000 square
Wow.
feet. So we're going to have the ability to grow and expand in the future.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. The location is great, and everybody's gonna be under one roof, right? Right now, you guys are are you a little separated in different places?
Yeah, we just don't have the physical space where we are. So across this, our detectives are across the street.
Yeah.
Some of the folks from our professional standards are in another building on the property. And then probably most significantly, because they're the furthest away, is our communications team, our dispatchers. They're off site. And, over the years, it's become evident that some of them, they don't feel part of the FPD family because they're in a room out at the law enforcement center. And sometimes it's like out of sight, out of mind. And they're doing really important work. They're making sure the officers get to where they need to go safely.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure they feel like they're part of the family. So we budgeted and planned to bring our dispatch center in-house. Yeah.
Nice. So it'll be great for the culture, really, like you say, I think, to be part of that. Well, look, we appreciate you guys making this one of your stops today on a very long day for you. You get to see all of that. We really appreciate everything you guys all do for our community every single day. Trust me, I hope you guys hear it and feel it. There are many of us out here who really wouldn't be here without you. So thank you so much. And we appreciate you too. And you did a great job during the ship lip sync. Everybody's saying you should come back.
That was such a great event.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, my leadership Frederick class is trying to put together a team next year.
Oh, fun.
They said I have to be on it. And I said, can't do it. I'm judging. I'm judging.
You get out of it that way.
But that was a really good time.
It was a really great. No, but we did, again, you're very visible, you're approachable, you're accessible. And that's so important, I think, for our community to know that you want to be a part and hear what people have to say.
I'd rather be out in the street any day of the week than sitting in an office signing paperwork. So,
I appreciate that. All right. Well, when you see these guys out and about, as long as they're not working, stop and say hello. I know they all appreciate that and the feedback and everything else. Thank you so much for making the time.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Well, it's so great when you have people in our city like that. They are just phenomenal, great. Had a great time chatting with them both. And Police Chief Lando is just really a great person. I like him a lot. Anyway, well, if you see them out, not if they're not working, if they're not engaged in something else, I guess is really what I meant. Say hello to them. We appreciate you stopping in and even asking the question, what is this show all about? I know I gave him a hard time, but I really do appreciate you watching, because you watching helps all of our local nonprofits, advertisers, businesses, and cool people here in Frederick. And it also hopefully will put some of these great events on your calendar coming into this summer. We got so many great things going on in Frederick. We don't want you to miss out unless you want to. So there you go. Thank you for tuning in today. I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. anywhere you're watching, or just go to YouTube. It's the easiest place to see the stream, and you'll also get to see each individual segment. So you don't have to worry about trying to scroll through an hour show to find something that you want to rewatch. Have an awesome day. Let's get out there and let's be great.